We welcome you live to the iCar Pro Series Season number 3 race in Phoenix. And the warm-up session, of course, has just wrapped up. And we are live from Phoenix, Arizona at Phoenix Raceway in, well, actually technically Avondale, Arizona, for tonight's race number 9 of the iCar Pro Series season. And it is, of course, we're back in Phoenix Raceway. The entire rest of the NASCAR Racing FedEx League wasn't here last season. iCar, of course, was, and oh my goodness, what a finish. We had an iCar won by the 94 of C.J. Erdman in that incredible 3-wide almost finish at the line. Erdman is your defending winner of this race. He is looking for his 3rd career win overall. It would be his 2nd of the year after winning Daytona earlier this season as well. All right, here we go. Cars at the racetrack for qualifying. It is Phoenix week around the NASCAR Racing FedEx League. Phoenix fully returns for the 3rd time after a season away again. And here's Ashton Miller for 3 and 4. Of course, Phoenix Raceway down in the desert, cactuses all around this racetrack. Beautiful facility as well, and it hosts another week around the NASCAR Racing FedEx League. And here's the 97 at Gary Smith. One here, I'm sorry, not one here. One earlier this season in Georgia. I forget Lanier, yeah. Mixed with their 1 and 2. I believe there's only 1 lap in iCar. Let me just double check on that. Yep, 1 lap. Here's Shane Hodges in the 10 machine, unsponsored this week. Down the back straightaway goes Max DiFilippi in the 3 and 4. So, of course, race number 9 of the iCar Pro Series season. We're over halfway through this year, and we are ready to just maybe see what happens with the second half. Matthew White so far top of the board. I believe Gary Smith is 2nd. Ashton Miller 3rd. Knox Thompson goes 4th. Jacob Clarino is now 5th. Here's the 4, Brandon Pfeiffer. He is 8th. And here's your defending winner of this race, C.J. Erdman, down the back straightaway. C.J. looking for that same magic tonight. And he will come down the front straightaway to complete his lap time. Your defending winner is going to be only 8th after winning this race, of course, last season. Here comes Payson Lindsay, was top of the board in practice. Kemper Chandler goes 2nd. Still, though, Matthew White on provisional pole. So a lot of good guys to go. Payson Lindsay actually did put down his time. He's only 7th after being fastest in practice, so maybe a bit of a disappointment there for Payson. All right, Payson Lindsay goes into the wall. I believe here comes Cole Wilson on the racetrack. So, of course, got also Cameron Chandler to come. Of course, we got last season just had iCar here at Phoenix Raceway. This season, iCar on Tuesday, Grand National on Wednesday, and of course the NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series for their 7th race of the season here on Thursday from Phoenix. It's going to be the first ever Grand National race here. They've never, Cole Wilson has a bit of a connection issue, I believe. It'll be the first ever Grand National race here at Phoenix Raceway. They've never actually technically been here. Cup has been here in Season 1, Season 3, and now Season 5. It's kind of an interesting story. Here comes Cole Wilson back on the racetrack. Also got the 1 is 8 and 1. Still yet to see the pole leader this season, Bryce Benton, on the racetrack. So good at winning poles on these short tracks. I don't know if you would call Phoenix a short track, actually. It's kind of more in between intermediate and short track. It's similar to what you would classify. Cole Wilson goes 3rd on the board here on his qualifying lap, similar to what you classify in the Nashville Super Speedway as. Here comes the 9 of Benton. Could be a favorite for pole here. We know he definitely is. He's a little bit loose. Coming to, believe, start his lap. My goodness, look at him cut down, actually finishing his lap, I'm sorry. He goes 2nd, but Matthew White, that should just about mean he might be on pole here, because Zane Ramon crosses the line, 1:20 to go. Ramon's 12th. No one else will leave on the racetrack. Cole Wilson is visiting Victory Lane a little bit early here, so I'm not really sure why. Only DiFilippi and another one to get to put down a time here. Zane Ramon is just finishing up his, he's in the wall here, so he's just about done. And it looks like Matthew White is going to be on pole. No surprise with even the top 4, Matthew White, Bryce Benton, and Cameron Chandler, and Cole Wilson. Probably the 4 best drivers all season. Well, maybe not Cole Wilson. He's not really the best driver in anything.
Oh.
Yeah. 30 seconds left to go here in qualifying from Phoenix Raceway for the 2nd ever iCar race here at Phoenix. Can we get a banger finish like we did last season? And it looks like Matthew White, of course, is going to be on pole. Of course, entering this race here at Phoenix Raceway tonight, race number 9 of the season, Cameron Chandler has a 38-point lead on Matthew White, but that could go away pretty quickly. Matthew's going to need Cameron to have some issues over these next few races for him to get closer. Payson Lindsay sits third in points. Bryce Benson a little bit lower than people would have thought, but he really hasn't had that good of luck in the actual races, just very good in qualifying. Currently 4th in points. Erdman, your winner of this race last season, rounds out your top 5 in the iCar Pro Series standings here in season number 3. All right, Matthew White. He on pole. We'll get the warm-up session coming up before. Here he is on pole in Phoenix. Top 3 separated by less than a tenth of a second. So, of course, good time to introduce our my usual broadcast co-host here in the booth for iCar. It is, of course, Landon Johnson. So, Landon, we're here in Phoenix. This race had an absolutely incredible finish here last season. Do we expect more of the same tonight from the desert?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, put on a banger of a finish last year. Had a pretty good race between Cameron and Matthew. I'm pretty sure all race last season. Those two are probably going to be the favorite again.
Yeah, we will see. But, of course, C.J. Erdman ultimately went to victory lane, but not a very good starting spot for him tonight. And anything could happen in these races. 100 laps today. 104 laps, which is kind of an odd number for Grand National tomorrow, and then for the Cup Series, 156 laps here at Phoenix Raceway this week. Of course, we also got lobbies on Friday, so another packed week of action until we get an off week. Next week, of course, we got to actually take that for the real NASCAR Speed Weeks. So we got, of course, Cup Series Daytona 500 qualifying on Wednesday. On Thursday, it's the so we really can't compete with that, to be honest. Also, we got the Clash tomorrow, technically, but that's not really our fault. That's happening when Grand National is, even though it's 2 hours earlier than Grand National. Let's talk about Braden Piper here real quick, of course, driving the 4 and 9 car. An absolutely, I don't even know what the word is, abysmal Cup Series season. Just awful, to be honest with you. I believe he might be the lowest full-time driver in points, not even on the points grid when we post it. He might, in overall points, he might be about 45th to 50th. He has just been, he hasn't been awful. Like, speed-wise, I don't think he's been just awful, but he's made a lot of mistakes, unfortunately, this season in his rookie campaign in the Cup Series. Even in the part-time starts he made last season in the next-gen car, obviously. He looked okay this season. The Gen 4 car, just, to be honest with you, pretty abysmal. Looking to turn it around, though, for race number 7 in the Cup Series this Thursday. Max Thompson goes on the wall here. Oh, and Cole Wilson will take him out.
I get just like a warm-up session, but there's a couple like different names at the top of the board.
Is Xander Mine is second. Carlos Ortiz is third right now. Of course, we're in Phoenix. It's Phoenix Raceway. We're happy the NASCAR Racing FedEx League. Oh my God.
Oh.
Anyways. Oh.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Like I was saying, we're happy that we're back here in Phoenix again. Oh my God.
I think there's oil on the track. Yep.
Good Lord. Man, 50 to go here. Here's Carlos Ortiz through 1 and 2. Of course, Phoenix Raceway, a very interesting racetrack. Real quick, we're going to ride along with Ashton Miller. And Landon Johnson, if we can actually get an angle here, that's good. Take us around Phoenix Raceway.
Going through the dog leg, you can either stay through the, stay up there on this track surface, or you can go through the dog leg, just another paved area, kind of like a short track, or shortcut around here. They're 1 and 2, pretty flat. You want to run the bottom. It's basically a maybe 1.5 lane track. I think it's 30, 33 and 4. He's a little off the yellow line, you know. That's a lap around Phoenix.
Of course, you also got the cactus that lights up green under green flag racing, yellow under cautions, and red under the red flag here at Phoenix, which is kind of a cool touch. Even does that in iRacing as well. So we will be seeing that probably
big loose.
today. All right, final 30 seconds here in Phoenix. It's me and Landon Johnson, part of the iCar broadcast group. I'm in every single broadcast, obviously, this week. Of course, we're going to have Cameron Chandler joining us, as usual, Grand National broadcast booth tomorrow. And then on Thursday, Eli Franklin, our usual Cup Series analyst.
Oh. That's a good way to end the warm-up session.
Yeah, I know. Jacob Clarino's had a bit of a ride a couple of times now. Here's Bryce Benson. Alrighty. That'll do it. It is time to go racing at Phoenix. Oh my god. Knox Thompson had a bit of a tumble back there, but here we go. We're in the desert, and we are ready to go for this week. The NASCAR iRacing FedEx League is fully back now at Phoenix Raceway for the first time in 2 seasons, and we welcome you live to the iCar Pro Series at Phoenix Raceway. All right, Landon Johnson, you want to bring us through our starting order here at Phoenix? Or at least the top 10?
Our pole center for the second week in a row. Ethan did not bring that up. It's Matthew White. We've got Bryce Benton and dominating the Cup Series. He's starting second. Then we got Cameron Chandler starting third, right along with his Cup teammate, Cole J. Wilson. And then we got the 97, Gary Smith, won a few weeks ago. Then we got Ashton Miller in the 79 starting P6. We got the 48 of Thompson, the 33 of Colino. That's how you say it. Lindsay in the 99, and Hodges in the 10. We got 15 cars.
All right,
Base cars down the back straightaway. We're going to send it back to Ethan.
Yeah, we're going green this time. Cole Wilson did not roll off the grid. He's still sitting here. I'm not really sure what's going on with him. Here we go. We're about to go green, and Matthew White and Bryce Benson will lead them to the green flag. What a race and finish we had a season to go here in the iCar Pro Series in Phoenix. Let's see what happens this year. Green flags in the air. We are underway in the desert. Good start for Matthew White as they head back into 1 and 2. Of course, Cole Wilson did not start. He's currently on pit road. Side by side here for a second. Bryce Benson around the outside of his Cup Series teammate, Dave Chandler for P2. Here comes Benson in the 9, trying to get there on Matthew White as well. White will lead lap number 1. Of course, you see it all the way down low in the dogleg. Big characteristic of Phoenix Raceway makes this thing, the restarts and starts especially so interesting. Bryce Benson, you can see running the outside lane, trying to get a little bit of momentum rolling down this back straightaway on that 18 of Matthew White. Got to take care of tires early in this race, though. I believe Cole Wilson actually got on the racetrack 15 seconds behind them. Got a little bit tight behind Matthew White. Here comes the 8 of Cameron Chandler. Benson to the outside on the 18 as they head back into 1 and 2. Bit of a slide. Oh, we got a car going nearly around. It's the 97 of Gary Smith. Sorry, falling back here. I think Bryce Benson hit the wall. Now he's got Cameron Chandler who's inside for second place. Ashton Miller back there on Jacob Clarino. A lot of action going on here in Phoenix so far. Oh, look at Chandler slide up the racetrack to the 9 of Benson. Jacob Clarino now trying to roll that outside lane as they head on to the back straightaway. He will get actually third away. Yeah, look at the outside again on Benson. Clear the third place goes Clarino on his teammate Matthew or Cameron Chandler. Chandler now actually gets moved up the racetrack by Ashton Miller for fourth. And here comes Clarino trying to get there on Bryce Benson. Oh, thank you, iRacing. Really appreciate it. Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. iRacing's terrible. We apologize. It isn't my issue, it's iRacing's issue, so they just had an update today. Thank you. Here we go. not? Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm trying to
Lovely
get you guys
iRacing.
back here, but we're having a bit of technical difficulty because of iRacing's updates. For some reason, there always has to be some sort of major issue like this every time they have an update, no matter what. And yeah, it's down. All right, that's great. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. All right, well, we're gonna try to be right back here. iRacing is, I don't know what they're doing. Unbelievable. Of course, apologies for this. It's not in our control. It's just iRacing. I really don't know what they're doing. I mean, if it wasn't on our end, the internet for the stream would be dying as well, but that's completely okay right now. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the sim's doing, but we'll be getting you back here to the racetrack hopefully in just a minute, and we'll see what we missed. Alrighty. So, of course, thank you for staying patient with us. I think we're back. My goodness. Yeah, I believe we had a change for the lead, if I'm not mistaken here. Trying to get you
It's
back live.
Bryce.
Yeah, Chandler, I'm trying to see what's going on here. And here, yeah, Chandler takes the lead. Oh, we had a crash, big crash. And it involves your winner from last season, CJ Erdman. It also involves Knox Thompson in the 48. Wow. That is huge for Erdman, especially. He is done. There's no way he's going to continue to move on. Also blowing up. Let's see what happened back here. Wow. That was all of a sudden. It was, oh, Knox Thompson. I don't know what happened to him. Let's see. Was it actually the bumper of Max Stiffy? Let's see here. Max Stiffy, just drove it in too deep.
Yep.
Turns around the 48. And then he comes up. Oh, my God. Completely nowhere to go for Erdman. Overcorrects, and look at him come back down, and Vermont also gets a piece of it. Wow. Really unfortunate, though, for CJ Erdman. Came into this race defending race winner, and he is destroyed. Let's ride along with him. He just lost it at the bottom from the contact with the 12, and oh, man. So unfortunate for Zaynerman as well. Nowhere to go. He just piles into it. We're under caution for the first time tonight on lap 11 here in Phoenix. That's one hell of a way to be welcomed back after iRacing has their little issue. Wow. Big wreck there. Wow. Ton of big hits. Under caution here on lap 12. So Landon, pretty shocking there, especially involving your defending winner.
Yeah, it was just crazy. I mean, iRacing having a problem, then we come right back. We just have he gets ran over in this. He can never save it. I mean, it's gonna take this small field of 15 down to only a dozen.
Yeah, it's gonna make things pretty interesting. I mean, all three of those cars are done. There's no way they're gonna continue.
No.
Those are huge hits. I mean, usually you think there's a chance, but no, there is no way.
No, I saw that left front like inside the car for CJ. Oh, Wilson has caught back up to the pack though.
Yeah, this is the caution he needed. Some of the shoes this time by. Shoes go in a weird spot because you got the dog leg, and it's like you're either going up the hill or down the hill. It's kind of funny. You can see these destroyed race cars. So unfortunate for Erdman, will not be able to defend his win. Gets taken out early here this time. Just how racing works. It really is. So it's going to be Cameron Chandler now, who he took the lead away from Matthew White. He went to a bit of a break because iRacing doesn't know what it's doing. And whenever there's any sort of update, within the sim, there's always some sort of issue that kind of breaks itself. But anyways, here we go, ready to come back green on lap 14. I'm going to give this one to Landon Johnson to call us through this first opening lap of the restart.
Oh, what an honor, man. Coming back to the restart zone. Cameron Chandler, Matthew White on the front row. Back green. Cameron gets a big jump on the inside. Everybody down to the dog leg. Coming on 1 and 2. Green, White in the back. Cole Wilson on the apron, almost down there pit road. Not going to gain no positions though. Matthew and Bryce going to be side by side, coming out of 4. Bryce is going to get clear.
See now Brenton trying to get back to the bumper of Cameron Chandler for a second, or for actually the lead, but he's got the 18 of Matthew White for second on the bottom, 3 wide as they look battle for fourth between Jacob Clarino, Hodges, and Lindsay. Clarino is clear in the 4th. And Lindsay was top of the board in practice. Didn't have a great qualifying lap, but up here inside of the top 5 already. These cars are definitely, it's pretty rough down in the dog leg. In real life, these drivers, they're hurting after these races. Look for the lead. Here comes Benton. Bit of a defensive move down into 1 and 2 from the 8 of Chandler. Benton slides a little bit, heading down the back straightaway. Clarino to the inside on pace, and Lindsay a little bit of contact as they battle for 4th. Lindsay is clear. Bit of a slide there out of the 99 car. Gary Smith.
Here comes Bryce.
Benton trying to get there on your leader, Chandler. As they head down the front straightaway yet again. Here comes the 9 of Bryce Benton. Two of the inside through 1 and 2 to the 8 of Chandler's door. Driving in pretty deep. But Chandler looking to get that runoff corner exit. He will, and will re-clear the 9. Interesting how that all works here at Phoenix Raceway. Here is Ashton Miller, the inside of Max DeFilippe for 9th place back here. He looks like he will have the spot clear. Here comes Bryce Benton. Starting to battle with that 8 car of Chandler. For the lead yet again. He goes through 1 and 2. You can see him taking a bit of a higher line here. Bolson and Matthew went back to 3rd. Let's see what all of a sudden he has race winning, or race contending pace. At least for now.
Yeah, I think after he lost that clean air, it's kind of hurting his car.
I would definitely say so myself for that as well. We got here the 9 Pace and Lindsay on the bottom. Cole Wilson trying to drive his way through the field after having to start on pit road. He is to the inside on Hodges for 6th here. Here is the 18 of Matthew White to the inside on the 9 on Benton. Actually blinks a little bit. Gotta be careful with that. 20 laps complete, this time by in Phoenix. See the 22 of Matthew White, he's up there. I got 2 of Cole Wilson up the racetrack, the 97 there of Gary Smith. Here is the 79 of Ashton Miller trying to get another spot away from this 97 car. And Cole Wilson here on Hodges. For 6th. Even for now 2nd, here comes the 18 of Matthew White on the 9 of Bryce Benton for P2. They're side by side through 1 and 2 here. Trying to squeeze him down there, it's door to door. Trying to maybe side draft each other down the back straightaway. Matthew White is there, but blinks back in the 3 and 4. It's going to be at the racetrack though. Matthew White again blinks. He's been having some issues with blinking lately. Watch Mason Lindsay's trying to get to this battle. He's way up the racetrack here. Almost wall. Benton almost gets clear of Matthew White. He will be now. Payson Lindsay. How about that? A crossover for 3rd on the white machine. White. Oh, and I think Payson that kind of messed him up, almost slipped into the door and nearly wrecked Matthew White. Has to fall back to fourth. Bryce Benton not done yet on the lead here between him and Chandler. I feel like they will not they just won't separate here. It's kind of like a pack at a 9.5 or super speedway.
It looks like yeah.
Florino to the inside of Lindsay. He moves him up the racetrack a little bit. Side by side here through the dog leg. Rogers in the 10. Where will he try to make the move? Oh, big drive into the corner for the 33 of Florino and Payson Lindsay. He might have to fall back. Lindsay gets a big loose moment there. Cole Wilson still back in 7th. Here comes the 9, Bryce Benton. Really challenging Cameron Chandler as they head back into 1 and 2 here. Watch him go to the bottom. See Matthew White also back there trying to make something happen. Heading down the back straightaway. Momentum actually coming for the 18 of White. White's going to almost put the bumper to the back of the 9 of Benton. It's still probably too early in the race to do anything like that. Here's the 10 of Hodges. He just got passed by that 2 car of Cole Wilson. Finally, Wilson able to get around Hodges. Contact for second. Look at that 18 of Matthew White. Moves Bryce Benton. Benton slides. I don't know how happy Benton's going to be with him now. That was an interesting moment only in lap 28. Let's see what Bryce does back into 1 and 2. Any revenge coming. Ooh, maybe he's coming back to his bumper here. Probably not too happy with the 18 of Matthew White. Wants to maybe try to repay the favor. Will he do it? Back into 3 and 4. Doesn't look like it yet. Keeps his coming. A little bit loose there. I don't think Benton still is going to be very happy with all that, though. I would definitely not be.
If I'm Bryce, I'm waiting till the end of the race, though.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you say that, like, Bryce maybe he's thinking, like, oh, you're going to race me like this early on. Maybe I'll just wait to the end to do something back to you. Here's Matthew White back to the inside zone. Cameron Chandler for the lead. Your Polson are trying to retake it back into 1 and 2. On the bottom he goes. They're going to be side by side down this back straight over it. Chandler gets good momentum. He re-clears that 18 of Matthew White. A little bit further back, 2 car there of Cole Wilson. And Hodges in the 10 still battling for 6th here. In front of the wall, Jacob Florino. Oh, Matthew White loose on the bottom. Here comes Bryce Benton around us outside for 2nd. Just clear him from P2 here. Side by side to the dog leg. Oh, almost contact back into 1 and 2. You see these guys still racing side by side, almost 3 wide behind them. Oh, nearly contact. Oh, I think Cole Wilson at the back out of it. Benton is going to be nearly clear, and he is clear on Matthew White for 2nd. Here's Payson. He got under fire from the 33 cleared up. White is all of a sudden blinking a ton.
That was a big blink.
Yeah, it's really scary when somebody blinks out of you, and especially when you're side by side with them. White could be back to the bumper of Benton. Does he move up again? I would doubt it, because that would really, I don't think, make Benton too happy. I know these two aren't the greatest friends. They haven't had too many fights or anything like that, but I know they don't particularly like each other.
Back to the inside of them.
Yep. Here they go, door to door again, down the through the dog leg, side by side. Front wall almost Cole Wilson.
Oh. Running up the track a little bit right there. This is just letting Cameron grow a gap. He's half a second ahead now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Chandler likes to see this kind of racing in his mirror. Side by side down the dog leg. White still trying his way inside. I mean, when we look at Cole Wilson to the inside of the 30.
Big drive into 3.
He is loose in the bottom, trying to save that race car. Watch the other Ford Mustang back there in that 10. Here's the 18 of White on the bottom of the 9 of Benton. We're going to be side by side here off the corner exit, and again, Benton able to clear him pretty easily. Looking a little bit further back. Side by side, Ashton Miller to the inside of Hodgins for 7th here. And now look at this gap. You were saying, Landon, with these two racing, it's now allowed a half-second gap between Cameron Chandler in 2nd and 3rd. Also, those guys burning up their stuff behind him and allowing Chandler even to have the better long-run pace. Down the front straightaway in the 1 and 2. 30 Jacob Florida on the bottom. Here's side by side with Lindsay, almost a little bit of contact as they make their way through 1 and 2. Florida now putting a lot of pressure on the back of Pace and Lindsay. Bryce Benson way up the racetrack in a 1 and 2, trying a bit of a different line. Maybe to try to get some momentum coming off corner exit. Doesn't really work too bad, too good for him. The lap 40 he goes. Cameron Chandler continues to lead here at Phoenix Raceway. Back here we got Hodges to the inside of Miller. He's actually going to retake 7th. Ashens hasn't had a great race back here in 8th. They run back to the racetrack here. Currently 20 laps down, though. Somehow they repaired the engine on that one car. Of course, one caution so far tonight was with that massive crash where Knox Thompson got turned in front of Erdman, Vermont, and others, and absolutely collected a lot of them. Ooh.
Big time loose.
Yeah. Arena was fighting that race car. Here comes Cole Wilson. He's in the wall again. Wilson to the inside. Oh my God, almost contact. Wilson's
going to
really
get clear for 5th.
Wilson nearly ran straight to the back of him. I'm actually really happy he pulled out of line there. That could have been bad. I just still pressuring with Ashton Miller here. Good fight up against the 79 machine. Miller still back in 8th. Oh, sweet blinks. There we go. Here we go for 2nd. Battle is back on between Benton and White. Benton needs a good finish today if he wants to stay in iCar championship contention. Of course, currently sits about 5th in points, I believe, or 4th in points. Race 9 of the year. Here comes White to his inside almost. He's there. Side by side, back through 3 and 4. Heading down the dog leg. And the front straightaway will yet again. This seems like Matthew did not ever try to complete the pass for whatever reason.
And he those two like not really battling, like Cameron's still like gaining on, like the gap's still growing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he looks really, really solid up front so far.
But we're not even halfway yet though.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a long ways to go this one. All right. Of course, it is feels like a relatively long race here in Phoenix tonight. See how the action continues to pick up throughout the rest of this race. And here we go. Matthew White looking to the inside on the 9 of Benson for second again. Almost contact. Oh, Matthew slides. He's got to fix that blinking issue. That's getting really dangerous. Yeah, Matthew is starting to struggle here at this 18 machine. Rear pulse there definitely looks very, very loose. They've been on these set of tires for nearly 50 laps now. It's the hot desert sun here in Phoenix, so definitely not the greatest place to save tires at.
Yeah, I don't really know the fuel number tonight. I don't know if they really got a pit or not. I'm sure they want some fresh rubber.
They probably would. It's the Cup Series fuel window we looked is about like lap 60 to 65, so they probably would have been here anyways, 100 laps.
Probably around lap. Probably about the same then. Probably about maybe 60 to 70. Maybe 65. Maybe earlier.
I believe these iCars burn less fuel, so but they still would have the pit. Oh, Wilson out of the inside here on pace, and Lindsay for fourth. Wilson has been slowly making his way through the field, but he is up P4, but it slides up the racetrack nearly into the wall. The racetrack he goes. Got Jacob Clarino back in the battle. Pace and Lindsay is pitting. We were just talking about this in the first one to come. A little bit earlier than I would have expected is Pace and Lindsay, but maybe just struggling on those tires. He comes to pit road first. We get a battle for second again, heating up. Big moment there out of the 9 of Benson. Here comes Matthew White. Light up the racetrack here through 1 and 2. We're just about halfway here at Phoenix. There's Lindsay on pit road currently. There he is getting service.
I believe he did that last week in Nashville too. He pitted early. It's some off sequence kind of pitting.
We'll see how it works with the undercut. The overcut for some drivers that go long here. As this battle for second continues to heat up here between White and Benson. Remember last time White passed him, he moved Benson out of the way, but this time looking to the inside for P2. Oh my goodness, almost contact between these two down the front straightaway. They nearly got together. Got to be careful of that, especially heading through the dog leg. Door to door back into 1 and 2 between these two
Way
drivers.
up this track. Up. Never mind. My bad.
Oh, White's got a big plate again. Side by side though, down the back straightaway. He falls back in the line. He is struggling here, trying to hold on to Matthew White, and this is just allowing Cameron Chandler just to pull away 1.3 seconds the gap now. I believe Brandon Piper also might have pitted. Back here, there's Cole Wilson running in 4th. He's got Jacob Clarino currently running down in P5. Here's Ashton Miller with a 99 of Pace and Lindsay through the dog leg. Knock it up at the front of the field for second again. Here comes Matthew White back to the inside on Benson. Door to door, down the back straightaway, trying to side drift each other, pull each other back into 3 and 4. Oh, nearly contact. White is there to the inside of the 9 machine. But Benson gets free clear on Matthew White for second. Matthew can somehow not pass him. See Cole Wilson. He's up the racetrack back here. Jacob Clarino. I want to check on Payson Lindsay real quick. Oh, we got a car on the wall.
Oh.
Hodgins, he stops in the middle of the racetrack. Will this bring out a caution? So far, officials are keeping it green.
I don't think it will be.
Well, the leaders are coming here, so it may. No caution yet.
No.
Kind of surprised, to be honest. No yellow. I'm not really sure why, to be honest, but here we go. Again for second place, Matthew White finally clears Bryce Benson. Benson, though, back on his bumper. Through 3 and 4 they go. The racetrack is that 18 of Matthew White, and the caution's out. All right, that answers the question. And I don't even know if it's for him. You think he?
I don't even.
Oh, he might have got
him.
I don't know. He might have got hit or something. Let's see real quick. I don't know why they weren't throwing the caution. So
I think he might have hit the. I think he hit the wall on purpose.
What on earth?
Oh.
What?
Never mind.
What is Gary Smith doing?
I don't even. It looked like he just went in there and didn't turn.
Let's ride along with him real quick. This is terrible news. This caution from Payson Lindsay. What are we doing?
He didn't even turn.
That was terrible. You know what? And Gary Smith said a rabbit walked across his fridge. That's the reason.
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know either. I really don't know.
I saw the nose going, and I figured he just put it in the wall on his own.
Leaders are on pit road now. What a wild sequence of events there. Caution for the second time today, getting those fresh General tires. Payson Lindsay, of course, will stay out, but he will have to take the wave around. Here we go off pit road first. It's going to be Cameron Chandler. Second, Matthew White. Third, it was actually Cole Wilson. Fourth, going to be Bryce Benson. Very unfortunate, though, for Payson Lindsay. He gets back on the lead lap, but he's going to lose a bunch of spots here because of this caution. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what Gary Smith was thinking, to be honest. For caution for the second time tonight in lap 58. Wow, all right, well, we're ready for the restart now. We're going to watch Payson Lindsay. He'll be restarting at 8th now. If the thing went green here, he's going to pit again. Unfortunately for him, he'll have to come down pit road. If this thing went green for Payson, he could have cycled towards the lead with the undercut, but we're going to choose Chandler inside. White's going to choose outside. Going to be outside for Benson, who falls back in spot on pit road. Alrighty. Ready for this restart here in Phoenix. You see Payson Lindsay. Zayn Ron's got a chance to maybe get a bunch of spots here with some of the cars out of the race recently. A restart on lap 60 at Phoenix Raceway. Pace car is back in. Here we go, side by side. Ready to come back green. Two Monster Energy cars here on the front row. One's a Chevy, though. One's a Toyota. Chandler and White, the two best iCar drivers statistically in iCar's history. So we got the O'Reilly Auto Parts restart zone. We going back to green on lap 60 here in Phoenix. Good restart of that iCar and Cameron Chandler. We got Matthew White. The 9 of Benton is Oliver is back over to get his payback now. Doesn't look like it back at a 1 and 2. Oh, but here comes Cole Wilson on the bottom. What a restart by that 2. Gained this spot on pit road, looking to take the second away from Matthew White. Side by side down the back straightaway here. The 2 car of Cole Wilson there on the bottom. Throw the door back through the dog leg. Drives it really deep, back in a 1 and 2 here, and he is actually clear for now, and he is clear on Matthew White. What a job by this 2 car of Cole Wilson. And here comes Benton trying to get to the outside of White for 3rd. There he is. Side by side here for P3 as they head to the dog leg yet again. Will Cole Wilson be able to go? Contact nearly. Matthew White blinks. Of course he does. As they head side by side back in a 1 and 2 for 3rd. Wilson way up the racetrack back there. trying to get some sort of run on Cameron Chandler. And Benson is going to re-clear Matthew White. Here comes Clarino, and here comes Cole Wilson to the inside of Cameron Chandler for the lead. What a sequence of a few laps for Cole Wilson. Gained a spot on pit road, now battling for the lead. And Matthew White opposite here, falling back through the field, almost back to 5th.
Even scored 5th that time across the line.
Yeah, White is starting to struggle here. Jake Clarino goes outside. He also got Bryce Spencer trying to get back to the inside of Cole Wilson. Chandler continues to lead back to 3 and 4. We got a little bit up the racetrack. Now the 2 of Wilson back under pressure. Wilson there to his inside for the lead. Door to door back into 1 and 2. The bottom has not worked. 1 and 2 so far tonight. Almost contact though between these top 2 drivers. Can he keep it to the inside? No. And look up Jacob Clarino on the bottom of Bryce Benson in the 9. Ooh, Wilson at the racetrack. Benson trying to come. Wilson back on the bottom. Cameron Chandler here. Oh, and the wall goes Chandler. Wilson has to make avoiding action to the bottom, but he is there, side by side. Back through 3 and 4. Chandler drives it really deep and re-clears Cole Wilson. Impressive as coming to 35 to go this time by. Matthew White on the bumper of Clarino. He knows he's got to go now. Get around number 4. Here's Benson to the inside of Cole Wilson for 2nd place. A couple of cars on the wall here. Matthew White with the bumper to the back of that 33 of Clarino. Clarino slides again. Here comes White. On the bottom, Matthew White through 1 and 2. Not the voice crack for 5 seconds. That'd be really nice. Ashton Miller now around the outside on that 18 machine. Cole Wilson is still there. Oh, we got a car spinning. It's Payson Lindsay. He goes around, but gets it back going. He's going to stay green here. So no caution. That's going to be really unfortunate for Payson. Cole Wilson trying to battle here with your leader, Cameron Chandler. As they head down the back straightaway again. There to his bumper as they head through the dog leg. Where is he going to make his move? Stays on his bumper through the dog leg. Trying to make it down to the inside. Look at the way he drives it into the corner. Down into 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, he's going to clear. But he's going to get slid back up the racetrack. Here comes Chandler back to his inside. And Chandler re-clears him. Gotta be careful with that here in Phoenix. But Wilson is not giving up yet. Here he comes. Back to the inside again, and Cameron Chandler. How deep will he drive it this time by? Not as steep as last time. He's through his quarter panel, trying to keep it there, but Chandler going to get that good run off corner exit to re-clear that to Wilson. Oh, he's going to really put the bumper to the back of his teammate. Wilson is definitely not being very nice to his tires. He runs way wide through 1 and 2. Have momentum here down the back straightaway. Where will he take it? He's got to run. Tries to look to the inside. He is there almost on Chandler, but Chandler should be able to wrap around the top if he can. No, I don't think he will. Maybe. Wilson doing everything he can to stay there. Again, runs the top through 1 and 2. But Chandler does as well, trying to make a crossover back down low. Getting to his quarter panel. And here comes Jacob Clarino to the inside of Bryce Benson almost. And now Wilson back on the low side of Chandler. All the way cutting the dog leg as far as you could possibly go. Wilson drives it in so deep. They're 1 and 2. How much will he slide up? Chandler back to the inside again. And will re-clear him, just like that. And here comes Bryce Benson to the inside on Cole Wilson for second. And Matthew White there and Jacob Clarino all of a sudden. Benton there on the low side, door to door. Almost gets there, but actually Wilson re-clears it. What a fight here at the front of the field in Phoenix. Bryce Benton trying to challenge that 2-car. Oh, that is some bad angles, sorry about that. Here's the 18 of Matthew White. Put pressure on Benton now. Clarino back into 6th. Ooh, Matthew White to the low side, door to door with the 9 of Benton for 3rd. Really good race so far tonight in Phoenix. A lot of great action going on. We're coming to 25 to go this time by. Still probably the best to come. And Cameron Chandler holds on. He didn't start on pole, but he has done the most laps so far tonight. Took the lead about lap 11. Hasn't looked back ever since. Here's the 9 of Benson trying to pressure that 2-car Wilson. For second. Matthew White back there waiting as well. Matthew maybe been saving his tires a little bit after with all these guys battling. Bryce Benton, another one that could be doing that. With Chandler and Wilson battling so hard throughout this run. A real quick ride, at least just attempt to. We're not going to be doing a very good job at that, riding along with Cole Wilson and also the 9 of Benton. Waiting back there, maybe not a time to make a move just yet. See how bumpy it is and how rough it is down there on the dog leg. White to the outside on Benson through 1 and 2. So maybe make a bit of a cross up. He blinks again. Got a run heading down this back straightaway. He blinks. My goodness. Can't even see where he is. He's there. To the inside. Oh my God, did not believe what he's doing. It's insane. Here he is to the inside on 9 of Benton. Try to go. Terrible camera work by our camera guys here in Phoenix. Not sure what we're doing.
Get that fox screw, bro.
Yeah, unbelievable. Not really sure what we're doing. Haven't done this in a while, but we're real quick with coming to 20 to go this time by. Let's send it to crank it up, and here are these iCars wrap around Phoenix Raceway. We come to the closing stages of this race. Let's crank it up. Oh, contact back there between the 9 and the 18, battling for 3rd. man has more connection issues. Sorry about that. My goodness. So just 16 laps to go, though. Good little crank it up segment here at Phoenix Raceway that lets them around with these iCars. We will try to get you back to the camera back is so messed up here. Sorry. Coming at 50 to go this time by. Here at Phoenix Raceway. Cameron Chandler continues to lead, but Cole Wilson isn't going anywhere. In second. Oh, Bryce Benson in the wall. He tail slapped that a little bit. Here comes the 18 of Matthew White, trying to come back to his bumper through 1 and 2. What will Cole Wilson be able to do to try to run down Chandler here? Oh my goodness, Cole!
Big time slide.
Bryce Benson
Big
to lose
time
2
lose.
spots. Yeah, that was, he's lucky he didn't crash there. My goodness. Huge movement out of the 9 of Benson. He nearly lost and he's definitely starting to struggle again. Ashton Miller to 4th place. How about that? Really did not start off this race well at all, but now inside the top 5. Cole Wilson 3/10 back on Chandler. They make their way back into 1 and 2. Here's Cameron Chandler, continues to lead, coming to 12 laps to go in Phoenix. There's the 9 of Benton. He's trying to reclaim some spots here. 2 to the inside on that. Oh, the 700 Miller nearly is the pass back out of it there a little bit. Matthew White got in the wall a little bit, but he's now in the charge for second with Cole Wilson. Remember last week, Glenn, that incredible job Matthew White did driving through the field on those fresh tires in the restart with about 3 to go. Went from 7th to the lead to win the race. And we got a battle for second. Here he is. Looking to clear Cole Wilson. He will. Back into 1 and 2.
He's been saving her stuff, man. Cameron's been the lights out best driver in the whole day.
That's for sure. He's led a ton of laps so far tonight. But he's still got to watch out for Matthew White. 10 laps remain in Phoenix as Matthew White continues to blink. But we just have 10 laps to go. Can Cameron Chandler hold on to try to extend his points lead even more? Looking for 3 straight iCar Pro Series championships here. There's the 9 on Benton to the inside. Almost on Ashton Miller, just can't get back there after losing that spot to him earlier. White is definitely going to be really, really pushing. Almost starting to slide. Ever so slightly. Can he run down Cameron Chandler? Chandler goes high back on a 1
Way
and 2.
up the track.
Interesting strategy here. We'll see what he gets down the back straightaway. White's going to really drive it in deep, but Chandler gets good momentum and pulls away a little bit, but not as much. Kind of a neck gain there for Matthew White. Blink out of the 18. My goodness. We got a side-by-side battle. Here's Bryce Benson to the inside of Ashton Miller, but looks like Benson going to pull back into the line in a 5th here. Matthew has been a little bit faster this time, the last couple times by than Chandler. 7 to go now. Oh my God, it's getting a little annoying. We got to tell Matthew what to fix his internet.
I don't think 50 yet, or 4. I'm in.
Benson is going to be not clear yet on the 79 of Miller, but has the outside back through 3 and 4. Door-to-door battling for 4th place here. contact with the 79 to the inside. Has to go back into 5th here. For the lead, coming up 5 laps to go this time by. What's going to happen? Final 5 laps in Phoenix between Cameron Chandler and Matthew White.
That time around, Matthew gained about half a tenth.
We'll see here. He's definitely going to be starting to drive this thing in pretty deep. He is closing the gap as they head down the back straightaway yet again. How aggressive will that 18 car be? Trying to go for back-to-back iCar Pro Series wins. This time by even quicker than Cameron Chandler. He is coming. Will he be there? See Cole Wilson back there in 3rd, still trying to wait in the wings. I mean, you know the bumper could be put to the back of the 8 car for Matthew White on the bumper of Cameron Chandler. He did it earlier to Bryce Benson. Obviously, Cameron and Matthew are in better terms than Benson and Matthew are. 3 to go. That time by Chandler, this time a little bit quicker, it looks like. White's going to start to get desperate. Up the racetrack he goes. Trying a different lane. White again drives it pretty deep into the corner. Cameron Chandler still continues to hold on. 2 to go in Phoenix. One more shot for a caution as well if that would happen. Only been 2 of them today. Here's Bryce Benson trying to challenge Cole Wilson for 3rd place. Facing Lindsay with the lap traffic. Back into 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag this time by. 1 to go in Phoenix for Cameron Chandler. Can he hold on? Has been dominant in this race. Led nearly 90 out of the 100 laps, and he's got a couple more turns to go. Back into 1 and 2 for the final time. Matthew White's going to throw everything in it, but just looks like he may not be close enough. Oh, Matthew White in the wall. Final time down the back straightaway. And back through 3 and 4. Cameron Chandler will extend his points lead. He'll see the checkered flag. Cameron Chandler wins in Phoenix. Battle for 3rd. Cole Wilson crashes across the line. Gets it. 4th, Benton, and 5th across the line, Ashton Miller. And, oh my goodness. But oh, good Lord. Cameron Chandler wins in Phoenix. Pretty good race all around. Only 2 cautions. A lot of great racing. That was a fun one. And Cameron Chandler goes back to victory lane. First time in a couple of races, but he's back here in iCar. And he will get to burn it down on the front straightaway. Your winner in Phoenix. Starts the week off right. Guess we'll have a happy Cameron Chandler in the booth tomorrow for the Grand National Series. He will burn it down. White just not able to get there. I'll hit the wall on the final last-ditch effort. And he saw the battle between Cole Wilson and Bryce Benson. They crashed coming to the line. It was kind of funny. Pretty impressive burnout here by Cameron Chandler. Your winner at Phoenix gets the job done. Came so close here last season. That really incredible finish. Finished 3rd. This season gets the job done officially. And gets some redemption. And will extend his points lead. 9 races into the season. That was certainly a fun one to start off the week for the Phoenix week around the NASCAR Racing FedEx League. We're going to have some post-race interviews coming up, and we'll talk you through the Grand National race tomorrow. As Cameron Chandler, actually, there is a victory lane here at Phoenix Raceway. That's something that a lot of tracks don't actually have in iRacing. You can go to victory lane here. He's going to do that. Trying to find it. Usually, I mean, Cameron, he doesn't know where victory lane is. He has no idea what he's doing there. He's never been there before. That's for sure. So, Landon Johnson, do you know where victory lane is?
Here? Probably not.
He can't find it. I don't know what he's doing. Trying to do a burn on pit road to cover it up, but not really working out too well. Oh, maybe. Yeah, there he is. Oh, Cole Wilson stole his spot on victory lane. He might just have to push him out of the way here. I think he will.
Okay, as a teammate.
There he goes. There goes Cole. And burning it down in victory lane, Cameron Chandler wins in Phoenix. Fun race. All right, well, we're going to have post-race interviews coming up here from Phoenix, Arizona. Pretty fun winning iCar. Cameron Chandler led a ton of laps, took the lead there early on, didn't look back after that, had some pressure behind it, but ultimately stayed calm, cool, and collected. Was able to collect another win here in the iCar Pro Series season. Looking at it real quick, this is win number 4 of the season in 9 races for Cameron Chandler. Extend his points lead, like I said. All right, well, we're going to have post-race interviews coming up here with, of course, first of all, going to be your winner, Cameron Chandler. Cameron Chandler, you absolutely dominate this race after taking the lead, leading 89 out of the 100 laps tonight here at Phoenix Raceway. So, of course, you were oh so close here last season, but this season you were absolutely on point all day. What was the key to being this quick and taking home the victory, even with pressure behind you?
Shout out Bryce Benton, man. I mean, every single time Bryce Benton was in third or second, he would hold up the car behind us, and that let them kill their tires, and I could just save mine. And man, I want to talk about Cole J. Wilson though. I mean, what a guy. I mean, he burned up his tires trying to pass me. He sucks. He almost wrecked me. He's awful. Cole Wilson is the worst driver ever. He killed his tires and almost let Matthew White catch back up to us. But Cole Wilson sucks. He tried to go into a victory lane and he failed. Yeah, and Cole Wilson's a loser.
Well, Cameron Chandler, of course, you're going to extend your points lead in the iCar Pro Series, going for 3 straight championships. How does that feel, being able to get your 4th win of the season here?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be cool if we can pull off a 3-peat and then maybe a 4-peat next season. Uh, Something that Cole James Wilson he will never be able to do because I mean, Cole James Wilson is just an awful driver. He had to pull over actually to let Matthew White by, and even still, he couldn't take me down. So, Cole Wilson, suck it. You suck, and you are gonna suck tomorrow.
Wow, unbelievable. Anyways, of course, Cameron Chandler, you want to explain why you were late on the race day info announcement and the race update, the session up announcement as well?
Oh yeah, because people are busy and I have a life, unlike Ethan Trumler,
What?
who sits in front of his screen talking about the Saturday night, Sunday night sports shift or whatever the hell that's called that nobody cares to watch.
What? Okay, nice try. Anyways, Cameron Chandler, huge congratulations. The biggest win of your career. Probably going to be the last win of your career as well, and we'll see you coming up.
Oh, shoot.
Ethan Trumler, I tell you what. I mean, hold on. For the folks at home, let me tell you about this guy, Ethan Trumler. Now, here's the guy who, don't you move me, I will come right back. Now, here's the guy who does not know how to find victory lane of your life. I mean, he hasn't won since 2023.
Oh.
All right, anyways, coming
up on a 3-year winless streak. He tried to move me away.
Anyways, coming up next.
You cannot silence me. I own the.
Cole Wilson coming up next. Cole Wilson, you guys will finish.
I will come back
tonight.
every time, and Cole Wilson, you still suck.
Cole Wilson finishes third here in Phoenix.
Rockingham.
Cole Wilson, you got absolutely destroyed by Cameron Chandler on the racetrack and in the post-race victory lane. What are your thoughts on that?
Don't care. I was too nice, and I should have wrecked him.
Yes, you should have.
All right, Landon Johnson, what other question do you have for our driver, Cole Wilson?
Why didn't you rake him?
Oh, I was too nice. I was like, Cameron Chandler's going for points. I don't care about points. And I was like, Cameron Chandler would be really mad at me if I wrecked him. So I was like, I'll be nice and try to race him clean. And then I couldn't get past him. And then once the tires started to wear, even if you were faster, you couldn't pass. So then I let Matthew White go because I was hoping Matthew White would wreck him, and he didn't.
Wow.
Matthew White gave me false hope. He told me he would wreck him.
Well, Cole Jaquavius Wilson, you finished third here tonight. How are you feeling for your iCar, of course, your Grand National race tomorrow night if you don't get another bad grade on a test?
I am praying that I don't have a bad race, because one more bad race and I am out of the championship fight. So I just need a nice little top 5 finish. I like this track, so it definitely can happen. I think I bring in a fresh paint scheme. Ethan Trendler will post it tomorrow on his Instagram. Um,
Well, yeah, if you post it soon, you fat.
and we'll go on and look for a good day.
All right, well, large person, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Knox Thompson, that was really sad. He tried to wreck Max Diffie back and just missed and killed two other people.
Wow.
That was funny.
Well, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Coming up next, gonna be Bryce Benson. Oh, if I can actually move him. Bryce Benson, you guys finished in 4th tonight here at the iCar race in Phoenix. Ultimately, it looked like your car kind of went away there at the end. Kind of came back, though, past a couple of race cars, but you had a great save, nearly actually ended up wrecking down the front straightaway. Like, what was your struggle where you really couldn't ever get up front battling, at least clearing for the lead, I mean?
I think issue was Matthew was just right behind me the whole entire race, and it was just getting me super loose, and I just killed my rears because I was literally sliding everywhere. I was trying to really manage them until I realized on that last run it was actually Matthew was the problem that was behind me, and yeah, I don't really know what I was doing on the front stretch. I kind of got mad and I wanted to like throw a block and I almost wrecked myself doing it. I don't know how I saved it, but yeah, then I fell down and I was able to get Ashton, almost got Cole. I don't really know what I was thinking on the last lap. I was gonna give Cole the bump, and then for some reason I went to the outside. I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, I think we had pace. It was just hard racing with people because the car was just getting super loose, and I think mainly with people behind me, it was just getting me super loose. So yeah, I think overall there was pace. Just yeah, it was just hard when people were just right behind me basically the whole race.
Well, Bryce, of course, we're going to see you tomorrow on Thursday in the Cup Series race here at Phoenix. 3 wins already this season. What an incredible year it's been for you guys with the wins part of that. Only a 10th place finish, though, last week at Nashville Superspeedway. What's your confidence level here at Phoenix in the Cup car?
Yeah, I've never driven it in the jet before, so I have no clue. I think I could do good. I like Phoenix in any other car to be honest. But yeah, I mean I think it should go well. I mean short tracks have been a little bit of a struggle though, but I don't know if you can really consider this a short track. So I don't know. I think I I think this track obviously a lot different than a regular short track. So I think we could definitely have a shot. Kind of unknown as a lot of races kind of are at the Gen 4 this season, but I mean, I think we could have a solid performance. Hopefully, just better than Nashville, because yeah, we don't talk about Nashville. That was terrible, but yeah, we'll see what we can do at Phoenix.
All right, Bryce, we'll see you coming up on Thursday here in Phoenix.
All right.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, Landon.
What'd you do to
I moved you.
that boy? Next person.
How about you do it this time?
I don't know how to drag.
There you go.
Ashton Miller, 5th place. You weren't the fastest today, but you got the result. How do you think? How do you Ethan take over for?
What? No,
we got-
you do it. No, I can't do. No.
How do you feel for the rest of the week?
Pretty bad because I hate Phoenix. And I'll see
Same.
even Trendler.
What? Ashton Miller. Anyways, wow, what a race for you guys! Incredible. Maybe your career best run today.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Alright.
I mean,
yes.
he's finished higher than you.
What?
To be
I was on
fair,
the
Ethan
track.
Trendler's DNF'd in 2 races you've done. And
No, I know. What do you mean DNF? In the late model race, I had a great race. I finished.
Mm-hmm.
And I made Cameron
Sure.
Chandler very angry.
Sure.
All right, Ashton Miller, we'll see you coming up Thursday.
Yeah, we'll try.
Nice try. Anyways, coming up next, going to be Jacob Clarino. Jacob Clarino, P6 tonight here in Phoenix. So you guys are battling even inside of the top three at one point. Kind of the pace kind of looked like it went away. Ultimately, what were you struggling with late in the race?
I kind of made myself look like an idiot over driving it. My dog's pissed all over my living room floor. Anyways, yeah, car was good. Car was good for maybe top 3 speed if I wasn't driving like an idiot. Anyways, other than that, definitely like to appreciate Pace Lindsay for holding me up because I couldn't get by him for I don't know how many laps. Yeah, and that car was fast. Definitely sold a top 5, and yeah, it's pretty fun tonight. Oh, sorry that I sound so dead. I'm just hella tired. Yeah, it was a good night tonight in Phoenix.
All right, well, of course, Jacob, we're going to see you tomorrow night in the Grand National Series race here at Phoenix. The first ever time the Grand National Series will be here. So what do you expect out of that race?
I expect for me to see top 5 pace, or else I'm gonna be pretty pissed with myself.
All right, Jacob. Well, of course, good luck tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, thank you. I gotta clean this mess up.
Well, okay. Anyways, coming up next, Pace and Lindsay. Pace and Lindsay, an abysmal race for you guys. It'll be P8 ultimately, 30 seconds off the pace. What were you struggling with?
Tires, because we were on like 15 lap older tires thanks to Gary Smith intentionally bringing out a caution.
Landon Johnson, next question.
How do you look forward to the rest of the week?
Well, after this race we don't, but for I guess the final time, I'd like to thank our sponsors. We got Wendy's, Jockey, Kubota, Red Bull, Mission, Worldwide Express, Choice Privileges, Very Good Ventures, and Tootsie's Orchard Lounge for the final race of the season. But we're gonna forget that this race happened, and last week was the last race they were on the car.
So Landon Johnson Payson said Daniel Suarez is a terrible driver. So you have any comments on that?
Who are you a fan of? Adam?
What?
Who are you a fan of?
Bell, Larson, you know.
Okay, so we're just a bandwagon.
Oh, my bandwagon.
Uh
Bell's from the same state as me.
oh well, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't defend that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
Hey,
Anyways,
we'll be switching to the 7 soon in iCar if we're able to.
wow. Pace and Lindsay, we'll see you coming up. I guess on Thursday.
Yep. Hey, we're racing on Wednesday. Also, Cameron Chandler's a fat. Jacob Carino's a fat. Can we bring Cole Wilson in here? Is he on?
No, he's down.
Nah.
Wow. Well, he sucks. He's the
Wow.
worst race car driver of all time.
Well, down.
Heard that before.
Bye. Anyways, coming up next is going to be Zainerman. Zainerman, of course, you were involved in that crash early on. Had too much damage to keep on racing. You had to repair your car for about 20 laps. So you actually gained, what, like 6, 7 spots here?
Oh my
Okay,
God.
buddy. I gained at least 4
Not
spots
funny.
for that, but
Yeah, so 6, 7 spots here gained. Like, well, I know it's it's still not a great finish overall, but like, was that any bit of a reward gaining those points?
I mean, I'll take the points, but I'll be honest with you, Ethan. I'm pretty much pissed about like how the last 3 races have gone. Been taking out at least like the first 20 laps, like the past 3 races. I'm not sure what Knox and Max were trying to attempt there, but I don't know what both of them were trying to do. So obviously, I'm pissed at both of them. I'm not. Hopefully, they can get their shit together tomorrow. So, yeah.
Well, of course, we come into tomorrow night's Grand National Series race here at Phoenix Raceway. First ever time the Grand National cars are going to be on the racetrack here. What's your confidence level?
I mean, considering like how the weeks have been going on, it's like kind of been like a steady incline for me. So I don't know. I'll see what I can do, and well, if it's still going downhill, I'll probably have to make a decision by Talladega next week because I've been thinking about like something, but I won't announce until then. It will just depend like how the week goes.
All right, team. Well, we will see you, of course, tomorrow night for Grand National in Phoenix.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.
Coming up next, final interview, then it could be Erdman. CJ Erdman, really unfortunate for you guys. After winning this race in thrilling fashion a season ago, get taken out about 11 laps in. What was the heartbreak here?
Yeah, I need to learn how to qualify better so I can be away from the people at the back that always cause the wrecks. Last year we didn't qualify great, but it was a little further up, and we got a lucky yellow and we were able to take 2 tires, but I never even got a chance. Felt good, felt like we were going to be able to start passing on the long run, especially watching some of the people in front of me overdrive it, but I never got a chance. Max went in, hit Knox, and Knox overcorrected, so disappointing for sure, but not much you can do with the back markers.
All right, well, CJ, we will see you, or of course, we're going to see you in the Cup Series race on Thursday. Do you have any predictions for how that race is going to go for you guys as you enter, I believe, 15th in the chase points?
I don't know. Just need another good day. I finished 14th 3 weeks in a row, so hopefully we can finish better than that. But I'm usually pretty good at Phoenix, but I've never driven there with this car before, so we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully we can get a top 15, top 10 run.
All right, CJ, well, we will see you coming up on Thursday night for the Cup Series race here at Phoenix Raceway.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, I did it again. Whoopsie.
Mm-hmm.
Nice try, Ethan.
Yeah.
All right. Landon Johnson, why don't you do our outro?
Thank you for watching. We'd like to thank all our drivers, Ethan Trendler, myself, all the officials, and me again. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday, tomorrow, for FedEx Grand National at Phoenix, Thursday for the Cup Series, and Friday for lobbies. Have a good night, everybody.
Yep, there you go.